MFWoodShop 2. Today just some minor updates going on. It's kind of cold out in the shop, so I haven't been out here as much as I'd like. But the time that I have spent out here, I've done some little things, a lot of little things really. I put enclosure on the miter saw wall. Added a little glue tray to the assembly bench. A little base plate for my joiner, stuff like that. Really just kind of organizing and cleaning up. Still kind of getting things situated with the miter wall, miter station wall. Trying to fill the drawers, trying to reorganize them, getting them the way I want. So I've been playing around with that quite a bit. So that's really what's been going on in the shop. Just some past project updates. The Christmas tree, upside down Christmas tree. That was a lot of fun to do. Just wanted to try something a little different this year, and it actually worked out really well. Probably the trickiest part to that was to actually mount it to the ceiling itself. I actually mounted it up there once, and it was between the ceiling and the bottom row of branches. It was just too tall, so I actually ended up taking it down, cutting a little bit more off that tree and getting it tighter to the ceiling, and it looked a lot better that way. But that was a lot of fun, and just something different, and I wanted to try it, and it worked out. The only thing I didn't do, we hung it in the kitchen this year. We don't use the kitchen as traditional sit down at the table and eat. So really our kitchen table just becomes a kind of a catch-all at our house. So I think next year, if we hang it from the ceiling, I'm going to move the tree over above the kitchen table and then use the kitchen table as a place to put the Christmas gifts. And I think that would be a little bit better. We didn't think of that until after we hung the Christmas tree. So I think that's what we'll try next year. So the glue tray in the assembly bench, that actually was working out really well. I don't know why I've never thought of that before, and quite honestly, I don't know why nobody else has thought of that before. But that's working out really well. It gives me somewhere to put the glue brush, or even when I'm not using the glue tray, I can actually set my pop there, and if the pop can sweats or anything, it gets on the silicone rubber pad, so it acts as a coaster as well. So I actually use it more for that than the glue brush itself. But that's working out really well, and that video should be out this Saturday if I remember right. I got a couple videos in the queue for the rest of the year. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time out here in the shop. Maybe after Christmas, I'll get a little bit of time. I'm actually going to be on vacation right after Christmas, and this is the first time I've ever taken a vacation during the Christmas or holiday season. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. Want to spend some time with the family, spend some time out here in the shop, and just kind of stay around at the house and not going anywhere. So one thing I've been thinking about doing is a YouTube live, just kind of a question and answer. I just don't know if my channel merits that or not. Never been kind of the host of anything before, and I know I don't have the personality to do it all the time, but there is some questions that I get quite often, and this might be a good time to get those answered, and then if anything else pops in anybody's head, they can ask me online, and I can answer that question. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment below and let me know. I've been thinking about it for about a year now, and I just never pulled the trigger. And I got my computer set up out here in the shop. I got a webcam set up. Everything's ready to go. All I have to do is really just do it. But I just don't know if my channel kind of merits that type of interaction or not. If you're interested, leave a link or leave a comment below, and if I get enough response, I'll do it. Oh, just a quick sticker reminder. I am currently out of stock on stickers, so I don't think I'm going to order any, not for a while anyway. Maybe if an event comes up, I might order some for. The last batch I ordered was about 500 stickers, and it took me 4 years to go through that. So I'm probably not going to order any more stickers unless, some sort of event that kind of merits some publicity. So if you're looking for stickers, sorry, I'm out of stock on them. I'm still accepting stickers, and I got a little bit of room left on my walls to put some more. So if you're interested in sending me a sticker, I'll be more than happy to put them on my wall for you. And the website, been kind of bummed out about the website lately. I just don't really have time to maintain it the way I would like. I would love to put out an article for everything that I build here on YouTube, but it's just not practical for me to do that every time. But if a project does merit some extra explanations, I will put an article on the website, and then if you're subscribed to my website, you'll get a email saying, hey, there's some more information about this particular project. So that's kind of what I've been doing lately. I still have plans for sale on my website. I still have t-shirts for sale on my websites. And of course, I got plenty of articles on there as well. So don't forget about the website, but I'm not going to be updating it with every single build video that I do. If it merits a website article, I'll definitely do one, and if it doesn't, I won't. So my back has been kind of hurting me lately, and I notice it more when I'm just out here in the shop, just kind of fiddling around and cleaning up, or I'm always standing out here in the shop. I'm hardly ever sitting down, and I'm always standing on concrete. So I put some rubber mats down, or those foam mats, kind of those exercise mats. I just picked some up. I just put them down today. I got a little section here in front of the workbench or the assembly table, and I got a little section over there at the table saw. So I'm going to play with that and see if that helps at all. The only thing I'm concerned with these particular mats is with the friction between the floor and the mats, there's very little. So I'm going to have to either get some double-sided tape and tape them down, which I don't really want to do, just in case if I have to move a tool or something. I don't want to roll them over these mats. A, it'll be kind of hard to roll them over these mats, and B, it'll tear up the mat. So I don't really want to stick them down, but I'm afraid that they're going to slide on me, and I'm going to bust my ass, basically. So I'm going to play with them for a little while and just see what they do, and try them out, basically. A little while back, maybe 2 months now, I guess, I put quick disconnects on a lot of my tools. Nearly all my corded tools, I put the quick disconnects. And I used the IEC connectors, same type of connector like a computer power supply would have. And they are working out surprisingly fantastic. I use them all the time on my sander, and my router is my two biggest ones that I use most. And I just use one cord and I switch back and forth, and it works out pretty cool. The one downside that I've found so far is if I am using a router and a sander back and forth quite often, it is kind of annoying to switch the cord back and forth. It would actually be nicer to have two tools plugged in at the same time, and then I can pick one tool versus the other. That's the only downside I see to it. I love it when I'm trying to clean up and I have one cord to put away, and I can just unplug the tool and just throw it in the drawer. That part I really, really love. So I've been kind of looking for a shop vac with the smaller hose, like the 1 1/4 inch hose, and to incorporate in that system, so I can have dust collector at most of my tools, most of my corded tools, such as my sander and my router. So I haven't really found the shop vac that I like. I want it pretty small, and I want it pretty quiet. And I want to be able to move it wherever I want. So it needs to be light as well. The Home Depot sells this thing called a bucket head. And I actually really like it, and it's actually strong enough to do what I want it to do. The downside to it is it's pretty loud. So I don't like that. It's not too bad with the Isotune earphones that I put in, but it's still pretty loud. So I'm looking at other shop vacs and looking at the decimal readings more than anything. Most of them are going to have the same power. They're mostly 1/4 horsepower shop vacs or 1/2 horsepower. And they all have almost the same CFM ratings. But I'm really more looking towards the decimal ratings. I'm looking for a quiet one. I know Festool is a pretty quiet one and pretty good one as well, but it's not feasible for my shop. So unless Festool is going to give me one, it's probably never going to be in my shop. So if you have any suggestions on that, leave me a comment below. I'm looking for a 1 1/4 inch hose, and I'm looking for low decibels, very quiet. I'm actually even considering a small sweeper, one of these. Actually, I got one. I'll show you. Something like this here. Would like to have one pretty small like that. The reason I don't want this one is the hose is not quite right, and I can probably make something to make it do what I want to do, but the CFM rating on this is actually pretty low as well. So it's not going to do a whole lot for me for the router. It'll help with the sander, but the router is not going to do anything for me. So that's kind of really what's been going on. Not a whole lot to talk about, I guess. Just kind of a little bit of an update. So really that's about it. Go check out my other channel if you haven't done so already. This is going on my 5th year of YouTube, and I got plenty of other content out there, ranging anywhere from building a rocking chair to making jigs. So definitely go check out my other channel, and that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.